Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Monday Motivation. Today, I'd like to talk to you about ideas. I was having a conversation at work earlier with a coworker, and I was talking about millionaires and billionaires and people who have the resources to be able to hire engineers and architects and things like that in order to make their ideas come to fruition. So before I get into this conversation today, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and please share good content with good people. All right. So let's get into it. I was thinking about ideas. I had a conversation recently. It was an impromptu talk that I did with some individuals. I was delivering some books to some kids that had been donated, and I had to give an impromptu talk. And I started talking to these people about ideas, about making the things that are inside their mind come to fruition, putting in the work, doing the research, things like that, right? And today, having that conversation with a coworker, it was in my spirit to just have a conversation about ideas today. So I wrote down the word idea. I-D-E-A. I, period, D, period, E, period, A, period. An internal design can become an external asset. Now, see, where most people fail is that they allow the internal design that they can see in their mind, they can see in their brain. They allow that internal design to not come to fruition because they don't make it an external asset. They don't do the work, the research, the collaboration that it takes to make that internal design an external thing, a physical something, right? Oddly enough, and sadly enough, most of the ideas, the internal design that most people have, it ends up right here. This is the reason why I came here. I was driving by, I sat here. I parked my car so I could sit right here. No disrespect to the people who are resting here. But this is where most people's ideas end up, because they're unwilling or don't have the resources that is necessary in order to make their ideas come to fruition. All of us have ideas. All of us have thoughts that come through our mind. In fact, the most beautiful thing I think about the human brain is it literally is a third eye. You can see things in 3 dimensions with your physical eyes. You can see its size, its depth, its shape, its color with your eyes. But when you close your eyes, you can still see things in your brain. You have the ability to design things internally inside here before they even reach a piece of paper, before they reach AutoCAD, before they do become anything physical. It starts right here. Chemicals that are just going in your inside your system. Those ideas are here before they can ever come to the external world. I am trying my best to get people in the community to understand that the things that you have internally here that have been designed here in your brain, to make those things come to fruition, to make those things materialize in some way, shape, or form. Now, people who have resources, people who are rich, people who have all types of money and stuff like that, like I said earlier, they can pay people to take the things that are here. They can just talk to people that are sitting in a room and say, look, I'm going to pay you this much money in order to make this idea that I have internally designed, turn that into an external asset for me. But if you're on this level and you don't have those resources, I just want to talk to you briefly just for an extra moment to tell you how you can take that internal design and start making it an external asset. Number one, the first thing you need to do, you need to grab yourself a sheet of paper and a pencil or a pen, and you need to start either sketching or writing down what it is that you saw, what is that idea. What is its color? What is its shape? What is its size? What is it made of? Draw rough sketches of it or whatever. And you can go ahead and keep that to yourself. You need to share that with anybody. Now start doing the research. What is this particular thing that I want to design, right? It might better humanity. It might just be a product that makes people's life easier or whatever. It could be a service. Whatever it is, start doing the research and determine what is the market for this particular thing. What is it going to take to help me make this come to fruition? Am I going to have to get this thing designed? What's going to happen? Just start doing the research. Take your time and just Google it, YouTube it, whatever it takes. Start doing the research, reading books on it. Get a job at a business that does something similar to this, that works with manufacturing equipment, whatever it takes. And see, that's the gap. People are unwilling to do what it takes to make their internal design become an external asset, an asset that might make them a multi-millionaire or a billionaire. They are unwilling to do that work or to collaborate with people who can help make that or bring that to fruition. I didn't want this to be a very long talk. In fact, I'm going to start walking back to my car. I implore you, start doing the work that it takes, because I'm a firm believer that the idea that you have in your mind, it is made to come to fruition. Someone is going to make it come to fruition. I told the people that I was speaking with, I said, have you ever had an idea, a while back in your life? You ever had an idea and then you turned around 5 years later and you saw that someone actually made the product? I was speaking to my wife years ago. She had this idea that she had in college or in high school. They had like a project where they had to design something or whatever, come up with a product, whatever. So she had this product in her mind. It was something that went in the shower and it was supposed to dispense things or whatever. And then like 10 years later, after we met, we were like having a conversation about something, whatever. And she was like, that same thing that I had in my mind is an actual physical product right now. You can go and buy it. And I had that idea 10, 15 years ago. So that idea that you have in your mind, it is meant to come to fruition, whether you do it or someone else does it. That internal design is meant to become an external asset. The question is, do you have the fortitude to do the work, to collaborate with individuals, do the research, get an extra job to get the resources needed, whatever it takes? Do you have that? Or is it going to end up back there? Or is it going to end up as someone else's external asset, making them and their family wealthy? With that being said, you guys have a great week. Talk to you soon.